Okay.
And the speed disk starts at where it is right now?
I believe so, yes.
Circular orbit, okay.
Yes.
That way we don't have to deal with the weird, like,
Mm-hmm.
back and forth between the sun lenses.
So we can start with assignment.
That was easy.
Mhm.
Assign one
Okay.
worker to a jar or to a cell.
So I guess for us to figure out what planet we're going to go actually try to get to, what star you want to pick?
This works out. That allows fly to the lit space without destroying the planet. Or maybe we can go to the north.
Yeah, to Cirrus.
Yep, you're the commander, so. But I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so right now, as commander, you have power over. Well, obviously, you have the alert status, so you can decide if we kill or not. You can force meatheads to an early resignation if they're going to cause a goo outbreak. You take control of all nuggets earned. You can force us to work in maintenance, and you can arrange marriages. Okay. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and make our mission to get to Cirrus AB.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just kind of, I guess we'll just kind of assume that we figured out, oh, there's a habitable planet over there.
We're just, we're hoping there is.
Yeah. So yeah, we start with assignment phase. So I go first. I get to assign Hornigold somewhere.
I will go here.
Yeah, because we only have 2 cyborgs that are currently up and running, so yeah, and this would be pretty useful, wouldn't it? All right, so yeah, I will assign him to research it. So there's no stress, so he gets sent. So I put him in my hand here as a slot.
It is happening now, or we first assign?
I think like putting a guy on their researches and then goes to your that. So now we do the freedom. So Fisher, I believe you get to assign your avatar, your freedom avatar, to something.
And is the market refreshing now or no?
No, it's refreshed later, I believe. Yeah, it's during refresh D6. Return all workers to Oval of each dynasty. -1 stress per married couple. -1 stress for sleep dynasty. +1 stress for arch-emmy. Refresh the market. Yeah, and I guess also our avatars our workers are supposed to be in the ovals, but you know.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they're in these ovals here.
Okay.
At the start.
Yep.
So yeah, Fisher, you get to assign the freedom avatar.
Yes. Any suggestions? Things we need done?
Well, we probably want to get moving, so we need to get somebody into maintenance.
Is the engine is actually not switched on yet, or?
Yeah, the engine is only on if someone's assigned to it.
Yeah.
So it's as good a place as any to.
I think that's pretty pretty useful.
Yeah. Okay, then you get to assign honor, the honor avatar.
Yep.
We don't need to recharge dice. Place that this worker has a wisp at the Starship location. We don't really need a wisp for anything. And we can't kill any nuggets. So the only real thing that he would be useful for is decanting out a cyborg and getting an orphan.
How's that?
Which you would assign him to the jar space, the maintenance cell there.
Here.
And then we would basically randomly get someone out of the jars.
Yeah.
The downside with that, of course, being that, we don't know who it's going to be and they're not going to get their old age abilities. So, but we need to get people on this ship. So we have some people actually being able to think. Alternatively, you could send him over to the engine space to help increase the odds that this actually succeeds.
Commander, do you have any preference?
Hmm.
You want to me
Go to
the next scene?
jars. Go to
Yeah.
jars.
Oops.
Yeah, and because he has the maintenance ability, he can force us to go work in maintenance. So
Where do I actually put the die on the
right
jars?
here,
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
on
yeah.
the
Yes,
cell.
Yes.
Technically, this goes on for ignitions.
He can't. Yes.
Then
Oh,
the
yeah.
Unity avatar.
Yes. So I go to jars also.
Oh no, you can only do one per.
Oh,
maintenance.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So you probably, I would suggest going over and helping me out with the engines, with the B phase change radiators, so we can make sure that we can go through. Well, actually, it's not that important that we do this because we're not going to go through LIC yet,
Yes.
because we're only going to be able to move one space forward. So, what else could you do? I guess you could put him on the batteries on the recharge maintenance cell. That way, once we ignite it and lose some battery, you can then just put it back on again.
Yes. Good idea.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because no one has any stress. We don't need to do any librarian actions. Unless, there's some tech along the line we might want to go ahead and grab. And, shuffle.
And the avatar can get stress or no?
Oh, no. Asleep dynasties can't get stress, no. Next is your...
the commander.
Is Eris. Yep.
And... Again.
Yeah, it was kind of funny being able to get the goddess of chaos and strife as an authority figure, which I was very glad I was able to get that in the design.
What do you mean? I am not sure.
Eris is the Greek goddess of chaos and strife, and I was able to get her as the I was able to get her in as the authority Amazon. Just thought it was kind of a funny joke.
That is neat.
Yep. Commander, if I could suggest, it might be better to go ahead and focus on doing a pregnancy.
Okay, that's here.
Yeah. Okay, and then finally my guy. And my guy, we're going to do decanting. We don't need to send out a wisp. And we don't need to do maintenance. And okay, maybe I'll have him do a library action instead. Let's see. Swap. Let's look at the level 1s and see if any of them look really good. Increase battery charge equal to Exodus speed. Not really useful. Choose one cyborg to be immortal this dozier, but we need bionics, which we don't have.
That's
Okay, I think the Jofson computers might be a good one. It's a risky one, but like, if it works out, we get access to all the Earth data at once, which is great. So I think I'll have... I forgot how library actions work.
You remove the card and you heal 1 stress. Or something
Right.
like
So
that.
I'm gonna have the avatar go on here to library this. So this card gets sent to the bottom of this deck. I guess we'll just like flip up. There. That way the Jofson computers will be for 0 stress in the future. Okay. So I think that's everything, because we're all out of workers, so we're done with assignment.
Yes.
Okay, so cell rolls. I am the only one with a cell roll, so we'll see how I do on this. It doesn't really matter if I succeed or fail, but I might get some stress / experience if I fail, so... I succeed, and it doesn't do anything.
Right.
But okay.
And
maintenance. Okay, so Commander, you can decide what order we resolve maintenance in. So I guess we should... Let's see. What does this one do?
Yeah, we should start here. Engine.
Yeah, so we do that. So yeah, we burn 1 fuel and move up 1 step in speed.
-2.
Then, yep, and everyone who's awake gets 1 stress. So that's just me. That's just gray and purple.
And put it on
the stress spot.
Okay.
Yeah, and technically this got resolved, so he goes back to the oval.
Oh, the stress disk in the back. Yes, I see.
Yeah.
And the avatar die goes back as well.
Yes, it goes.
Oh wait a second. No, you only return after you only return people after we go to refresh. They stay there. That case, if they get blown up by like goo or whatever, then they get killed.
Makes sense.
So that gets resolved. Then batteries.
No,
we are moving.
No, first jars.
Oh, jars. Yeah.
Jars, yep.
So roll this die to see what dynasty gets kid.
Oh.
Dynasty 3, which is honor. So, okay, so Fisher, do you want Arduina the Goo Whisperer or Confucius the Scholastic?
And you do not roll on the if it's
you can pick. Yeah, you can pick the sex, but you can't pick the dynasty.
No, if you put worker in cells, it always succeeds, or you roll.
Oh yeah, maintenance always succeeds.
Okay.
Take a cyborg of random dynasty, yes. Okay. Um, here is Confucius
Yeah, I
or
would.
Arduino.
It might be a good idea to get a second Amazon out. And besides, once people start getting stressed, we start getting goo outbreaks. Arduino will be really useful.
I'll check Arduino.
Okay, so you retire your. So yeah, we put this this dice here on. Where are you? You're over here.
Yep.
We put this die on here to remind us that she's 0 years old so far. She's age 0. But we also have to put the orphan chit because she was raised by robots, and thus is kind of a bit of a mission nihilist.
So I recharge battery to 6.
Mm-hmm. Wait a second. Remember, decanting also subtracts 2 batteries, so
Yes,
it's actually only at 4. Wait a second. No, it recharges to full. So yeah, it goes back to 6.
But it was down to 2, right? Or
Yeah,
Yes, it was down to 2 for a moment, but then straight back to 6. For librarian,
and I get the stress.
and I do my librarian so I can remove 1 stress. So I am once again stress free.
Yeah, that's
no endgame checks, so move any radio discs, wisps, or starship. So we don't have any wisp, we don't have any domes. So Commander, you may move the Exodus 1 space.
Yes.
So we're
Amazing.
heading to Cirrus. So, and at this point, we would then do the sun lens for 61's. What's it? Yeah, 61 Saijin AB, but we don't have those components ready yet. So, cool.
Yes.
It's also kind of frustrating. I just realized this that whenever you go over a sun lens, you're almost always going to be heading in the opposite direction of what the sun lens reveals. So if the sun lens reveals there's a really great planet, you're already heading in the wrong direction. Which is fun. Okay, attrition and aging. So for each awake cyborg, make an attrition roll if you're old, and then age 1 step. If a newborn, instead move its dice to the dynastic oval. So Horn of Gold is now 30 years old. Eris is 30 years old, and Arduina has made it through puberty.
Wonderful.
Let's see. Okay, and then finally refresh. Return all workers to their oval for each dynasty. For honor, I guess you send your avatar back to the jars because you got somebody out. So
yeah.
-1 stress per married couple. No one's married. -1 stress for asleep dynasty. No one's asleep. Or everyone who's asleep has no stress. And +1 stretch if you have an arch enemy. See, individuality, authority, and honor are awake, so we just avoid arch enemies. Like, none of us agree with each other in any sense of the word, but we don't actively hate each other either.
Yes, and the refresh.
Yep. Okay. And we go back to the top. So that was 12 years.
Yeah. Oh.
Back to assignment. So, let's see. Well, I can't take anything else into my into here because, and also we don't want to use this yet because we don't have any nuggets yet. see, is there anything else that would be useful for research? I can't use this.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I could use
I
this.
forgot my fertility roll.
Oh, right, your fertility roll. Yeah. Well, you auto succeed because it's 1 through 6. So yeah, you succeed. And you get to pick what dynasty gets raised. It'd probably be a good idea to get the Equality dynasty. That way we can start having marriages. Or the Unity dynasty. Either would work.
I choose.
The downside is if we pick either of those, we're going to have arch enemies. But such is life.
I choose Unity.
That makes sense.
I avoid bad
Do you want Hofe or Siddhartha? Siddhartha it is. So that means you get the yellow guy, but that also means yellow and gray both get stress for having arch enemies. Okay. The stress there for you. Wait, why does Eris have 2? Why does the Authority have 2 stress?
One from the batteries.
Ignition.
Yeah.
What was the second one from?
Here and here.
Not from ignition. That was freedom. Purple.
Oh yeah.
Where were purple?
Oh yeah, freedom. Yeah, I thought freedom was doing the battery recharge. Wait, no, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't purple.
No, I mean freedom did the engine start. And
yeah, freedom did engines.
Yellow
Honor
did the battery.
did canting. Green did library. So it was yellow who did. It was yellow who did the recharge. Yeah, that's what it was. So yellow gets the extra guy.
Yeah, but
so yellow has 2 stress right now.
No, he should have only 1.
Well, no, he gets 1 stress from having his arch enemy awake at the same time he is.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's why I also have 1 stress, even though I did some stress relief. Okay. So I think, are we all good?
Yes, and let's look what we can do.
Yep. So I'm first. Let's see. What can I research for 0 stress? Swap 1 card on your playmat with another card in another dynasty's playmat. It's not really useful, but it also does give us extra victory points, so that could be good. But also, I also don't have room for it. Well, actually, I guess does the other card in the same cell have to work off of the previous one, or I don't think it has to. Yeah, I don't think it has to, so I could put this in there. I could go ahead and grab jars, the Jofson computer, just as a preemptive kind of thing. The Kretsch. Cyborg assigned to it requires that all Motherhood rolls this dossier are automatically successful. That's really useful, especially in the late game. During an icebreak or frybright dozier, gain 1 step of fuel. That's something more useful down the line.
Could be useful, yeah.
And let's see. And also researching stuff moves stuff down the market. So what's coming down the way? Also, if we research this, we get to do a Earth thing. So That's also useful. Yeah, I think I'm going to research the Jothson computers. Unless Commander would like to protest.
No.
All right. Fisher, you have your freedom avatar.
Yep. Let's see. Do we need more speed?
Probably an extra step of speed wouldn't hurt.
Commander?
We don't. Yeah, we
Well-
don't want to go too fast, otherwise we
Nope.
won't be able to break in time. But I think 2 speed should probably be good because once we get down to 2
Yeah.
speed, then we can do Delta V and go to a dead stop in 1 move. So,
That sounds okay.
however, if we do that, we are going to go through LIC, so we probably want somebody working in the B phase change radiators. We're going to have a human do it, though.
Oh. So,
And do we need to succeed on the?
Yeah, this is an actual work. This is a task work cell, so we have to actually succeed.
So we can probably send all 3 cyborgs there.
However, on the other hand,
mm,
we might want Arduino to have a kid. That way we can keep our numbers nice and high. Or actually, the ship is getting a little bit crowded, so it might not be a good idea to make more until we can open up some mass.
I think we should make sure that we fly through this spot.
Yeah, so
okay. Yep.
I would agree that we should assign Arduino to work in the B phase.
And
Yeah.
I go there too.
Oh, you might want to put. You might not want to have Siddhartha do that. He has 2 stress. Although I guess if he does screw it up, we could send him to. We could send him back into the jars, but that's be kind of a waste.
So can I send it there or no?
You can,
You
but
can.
I think a better idea might actually. Siddhartha might want to try to get married to either Eris or Arduino, either purple or white. That way we can both boost fertility rates and also we get some extra points. It also enables stress relief, which Siddhartha could use.
Yes, on this.
Okay, so Siddhartha and Eris are going to get married. In one of the previous playtests, that didn't end well, so we'll see. Yeah, Siddhartha cheated on Eris with a younger woman. So yeah, Eris probably, yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm trying to remember what causes a goo outbreak exactly. Does the roll have to be less than stress or just equal to stress? If the roll is less than stress, okay, cool. So yeah, there's no risk of a goo outbreak with Eris. And then finally, the equality avatar. Let's see. What are the odds right now that this actually succeeds? I can actually probably look it up really quick. Let me see.
Not so much.
me see if I can. This is surprisingly hard to find an answer for.
So what the role should be to succeed?
One of us has to roll a 6. One of us has to roll a 1. That's how
1.
we succeed.
Is that it?
Uh,
That is.
Yeah. So, like, let me do the rough back of the envelope calculation here. So it's like one
It's
person,
not-
it's 1/6.
Hmm.
For 2 people, it would be a third minus 1/36. So it's like a little bit less than a third. If we add another die, so if we add the avatar die, that would put it to like, I think it's a bit less than a half. So it'll be like
can
40%.
we put avatar when there is light bulb?
As long as there's a cyborg there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would want to put that there. That way we have the best chance possible of succeeding at this. However, we could also put him onto either the maintenance cells or
Batteries.
we could put them in batteries to make sure we have a nice full battery at the end. But technically, this is your call, Commander.
And can I
Because
force
you can
you to go there?
No, you could force me to go to maintenance, but
I think we should go.
all right, cool. So, and that's all assignments. So we now do the 1 cell roll. Which is this one. So let's take. And technically, we have to decide chief engineer, but will it matter if there's a chief engineer? It does not. So.
And do I need to choose kill or domesticate goo now, or it's useless now?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think chief engineer here matters, so we'll just roll. So if any of these roll a 1, it counts as a success.
Hey.
Nice.
Wow, 2 1s and a 6. The 6 doesn't count as stress because, you're from an asleep dynasty. But the 1s do count, so this is a success. So.
Nice.
And there is no goo risk since we both only have 1 stress. There's no goo risk. Okay. I don't think you get an augment. I don't think Equality gets an augment for their for an avatar rolling it. So yeah.
No, they need to fail together. Good.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the cell rolls, and then we go to maintenance, librarians, stadiums, and Cupid. So maintenance, we only have 1, which is the
yes.
Good guy here.
Burn some fuel.
And we go up 1 step in speed. We go down to battery 4, and everyone who's awake gets stressed. So that'd be me, not them, that'd be you, would definitely be him. As well as, Honor already got this stress.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then the only other thing we have is the Cupid roll. So, Commander, do you want to allow Siddhartha and Eris to get married?
Yes.
Mazel tov. So let me put the ring. Congratulations.
No.
Okay. Oh, right, and of course, I researched the jars. So that's here. Which also creates This doesn't fire because it doesn't have the requirement, but I do create this disk, the dome, because it's Earth data.
Yes.
All right.
Move radios, wisps, and move dome 12 spaces towards Sol. Now, I forgot if this is still part of the rules. Do I have to actually find a technology that lets me put these disks out on the map, or do they just go to Sol?
Let's
No idea.
I can probably look that up in the rule sets. Let's see.
So you are helping with the rules?
Yeah, I'm currently. Yeah, I'm helping out with the rules. Some like fluff, design text, all that kind of stuff. Next. If the card is a science icon, you may pay. If the card is an earthwork, and place a dome on the icon. Okay, that's what we did. Each dome placed on the map per E2I. Okay, so it actually be put on the map. What's this part? That's E2I. Because the nozzle is being used as a dish antenna, the engine must not be ignited. This requires a skinny engine, though. So, no, the dome does not auto-move. You actually have to...
What we need?
Yeah, we either need to find a technology that lets us launch that lets us launch the dome, or we're going to need to get the engine to be skinny. So the dome does not move. We have no wisps, and the starship moves 2 spaces. We have entered LIC.
Yeah, and it's...
Let's see.
So
since we've entered an LIC...
We get a nugget?
Right. We get a nugget. I think that's how that works. Let me double check again, just to make sure. Let's see. Back a bit. Entering LIC during its flight, if a starship enters LIC, the furthest forward blueprint, along with any token sounds, is discarded and a nugget is added to the bow. But because we succeeded with that B phase, it does not get discarded, we just get the nugget.
Here.
So, yeah. Yeah, and also we need to remove 1 nugget from the...
Yes.
Oh, no, we already did. Okay, so, yeah, we get 1 nugget in the bow. So in the future, we can get that extracted. Although technically we can't... Oh, that's going to be a bit awkward. Because you can't assign something to it that has a nugget planted into it. At least I don't think you can. So we're going to have to find some other way to get that nugget extracted.
You cannot assign here?
I don't think so. Let me double check.
Because there is a nugget you can't assign at current time.
Let's see. Assignments. Research assignment. Brain assignment. Tableau Goo assignment.
There is a check the Cthulhu bot that where you can connect the nugget from the bow, if there is one.
I see. Just want to double check to make sure that's actually a rule. You can't go where a nugget is.
I think this work cell is when you lose the Vardens, so you cannot collect nuggets in normal way. So you should use...
Oh, yeah.
But if you lose Vardens, you lose this this column. That's
Yeah, but because we have the B phase activated, we don't lose wardens. Yeah, entering an LISA space, this dozier creates a nugget, but does not erode the blueprint. So it's a good thing we succeeded at that. Otherwise, things would be very awkward. Still. Still trying to find where it says. Let's see, only one work can be assigned to each one. Some require discharging the battery. Yeah, yada. Okay. Mission, radio signal phone metals. Roads, gain medical nuggets, erosion the bow. C, discard the blueprint of bow with all nuggets of bow, then place a new nugget on the front of the exposed blueprint of bow. I can't find anything that says that you cannot assign to a thing with a nugget.
I think it is allowed.
Like, I'm trying to find something that says it, but I can't. Yeah, you have to jointly fail. Okay. I don't see anything that says nuggets stop you from placing. So yeah, that we can still go to the cell and then extract the nugget from itself. So that's not too bad overall. Okay, a slight delay, but so we moved everything else. Attrition and aging. So everybody age. Goes 2. And Arduina is now 30 years old. Man, time flies. Okay, return all workers to the oval of their dynasty.
Oh, my cursor is... Thanks.
Then -1 stress per married couple, so either Eris or Siddhartha can lose 1 stress.
So I lose 1 and I get 1 for arch enemy.
Yeah, it's kind of bad that Hornigold and Siddhartha are awake at the same time. And then we refresh the market. So yeah, we either need to find a way to... Yeah, we either need to get... Yeah, we either need to get the nuggets ready so we can set up the Jofson computer and, you know, actually get, like, the game stadium up and running so we can deal with all this stress. Or find a way to broadcast it so that we don't have to... So we can hope that we get the game stadium. Or find some other way to, like, deal with all this stress.
It's, oh.
No, but we need MHD for that. I forgot. Can you freely move work cells to other dynasties?
I think if they allow, you can.
And the good news is, I think we're gonna stop. Doing speed for now, so we won't be getting more stress from the engine radiation anymore. So at least we have that to not worry about. Although we're gonna have to ignite it at some point so we can get the batteries back up and running.
Oh.
Ugh.
I think we have this pregnancy card, so maybe next year we can use it to get some new childs.
Yeah. Problem is, we don't want to overcrowd the ship. Otherwise, arch enemying will spiral out of control.
Oh, that's. I
Because
forgot.
already we're having problems with Siddhartha and Hornigold. So
is it worth picking up that nugget right now?
I would say so. That way we can try to get the Joffs computer up and running as soon as possible.
I agree, yeah.
So we probably want to get somebody. We want to get somebody to sign their avatar to that. But I'm trying to see if what would be a good idea to research. Mm-hmm. Nah, that's a bit too much. Suddenly, the battery's actually really useful because now we can recharge it without having to needing to reignite the engine. This could be useful, but we don't have anybody with MHD. That could be useful, but that's for later, really. Don't need that. We don't need that. Don't need that. Not yet, at least. Okay, well, what's the really expensive stuff? No dynasty gain stress from engine ignition. Don't need that. Charge battery 6. This work cell counts as 2 cards for the foam metal maintenance cell this turn. Don't need that. Domesticated goo anywhere. Convert a fat blueprint. No, we don't have any domesticated goos, so that's useless. Workers always chief engineers, that's useless. And reveal all human data cards. Become trained. That is, until we get another nugget, that's useless. What are the ways you can decrease stress?
You can.
There's marriage, being asleep.
Yes.
And
Librarian.
Can cyborgs also do library actions?
Yes.
I think in the name of Hornigold's mental health. Well, actually, I guess we could. I'm trying to think. What would be the best off? We don't have a lot of good ones. As much as it irritates me, it might be necessary to send. Well, actually, no. Siddhartha can deal with some of the stress just because he's married. Hornigold needs a way to deal with his stress. Otherwise, he's going to cause an outbreak.
Yeah, he's got 3 already.
Yeah, which means if he succeeds in helping a mission, he's going to cause an outbreak of goo, which I guess would be a good idea to start fighting, but at the same time might not be that good of an idea. But at the same time, if I retire him, we don't have corpsicles anywhere on the horizon, so who knows how long it's going to take before we get him back in action.
I guess you have to do a librarian.
Yeah, that's really the only option I got. But the problem is he's going to keep getting 1 stress every single turn. What he needs to do is get married, but if we wake up either freedom or equality, then we're just going to get more stress.
So it's almost the best option to put him to sleep, actually. I mean, I know
Yeah. The only problem with that is it runs the risk that we'll never get a we won't get the corpuscle spell working, and then he's just lost. But that might be necessary. You know what? How about this? The commander can force a meathead to retire if they're going to cause an outbreak at the moment. So how about we just use him to, I don't know. Well, no, because even if he helps, then it wouldn't matter. Because he'll just always cause outbreaks. This sucks so much. Crap. Yeah, until we find some other better solution, I think I'm just going to have him library. Let's go with the control shift isn't really useful, so I'll have him do library stuff with this.
Okay.
Freedom? Guess go and prospect the nugget.
Why not?
Then honor? Let's see, we're not going to be heading into any LIC for the near future, so we don't really need to go with this. Might be worth trying to research something. Maybe research the diamond EM tether. That way we can get the battery recharged without turning back on the engine again.
That sounds good.
But you can
I'll have to eat some.
You can research.
So Siddhartha already got 3 stress, so do what you will.
I will.
Oh, wait, no, we have to wait for the diplomat to get to old age, but could be worth it. Anyway, Siddhartha needs to be assigned somewhere. Are you doing that for research or for... I was thinking with Eris, it might be a good idea to have her do another pregnancy roll. I know the odds are kind of low at the moment, but if she does a pregnancy roll and succeeds, then we can get Wolfe out, which when she comes old, she'll cancel any of the...
No, I won't make pregnancy next turn, because it can be automatic with this card.
Oh, yeah. True, yeah, but also we want to try to get the diplomat out as soon as possible. So actually, it might be a better idea if Arduina has a kid, because the odds are 2/3 rather than less than 2/3. And Eris researches the diamond tethers.
So I start this.
So actually, in that case, then if he researches that and succeeds in the task cell, but that might cause a goo outbreak. Oh, that probably will cause a goo outbreak.
And I go for pregnancy. Or the Arduino can make arrow 2.
Yes. If that's what we're doing.
We can try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably be better to raise kids of already existing dynasties than new ones. So, but I'm saying that with the Kretch, the risk with Siddhartha is that he will cause a goo outbreak. Because the odds of that are currently 2/3, or currently 1/3. Sorry.
So the only other option is that if, one other suggestion is that Arduino goes for pregnancy, and then we used yellow. Who's that? Siddhartha to research the battery thing. Or the tether thing.
Yeah, and I'll just remind myself this. We're gonna this guy back up here.
How's that?
I mean, yeah, we're just gonna we're just gonna bite the bullet and risk a goo outbreak with Siddhartha. So
We are. Yep.
If you go to pregnancy, I go here.
And which one?
Oh, it's
Your.
you put it on your own.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
And I think you remove card for librarian in the phase 3, not just now.
Oh, I was just removing it so that I knew that this wasn't research.
Oh yes.
Because you're gonna remove it either way. And you're doing this as library, not research, right?
Yes, and equality can.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already taken care of that. We can't charge the battery because the engine isn't on. You know what? I'll help out. Do we want to help? Actually,
Yes.
because if that succeeds, that'll cause an outbreak. If you succeed on your own, that'll cause an outbreak. So yeah, I'll help out with the the Kretch. Okay.
Yes.
So you research that for no stress. Wait, were you researching that or librarying that?
Researching.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were librarying it so you could get some stress relief.
I remove it by marriage.
Right, but you're also generating one per turn because of arch enemy.
Not. Oh. So I do the librarian on that card. Like.
I guess maybe you could library this one up here because we already have a card that lets us do that same ability. So
Okay.
yeah, we can just throw this underneath. Now to keep the guy on the spot. That way we remember that you libraried. Okay.
Under the bus.
Okay. Cool. We'll do the stress relief when we get to that. So the only work cell we have is life support. So,
I choose self as a chief engineer, and I roll.
yeah. Well, it succeeds, but it causes a goo outbreak. So we get a green goo in there.
Here you go.
So yeah, we'll have to resolve that goo fight now. So I guess they roll again.
Both of them, or only fire worker? Yes.
Yep. Yes. So
What is it? Yeah.
do you want? So as commander, do you want to try to domesticate the goo or kill it?
I choose domesticate earlier.
All right. We got a little bit less than a 1/3 chance this succeeds. Doesn't that could be? No, it does not succeed.
Nothing.
Yeah, no. If we're going to kill, it would have been killed. But
So,
we have to do a goo spread roll.
which means
If goo roll fails or there's no workers on goo, roll a d6. Discard work cell with VP total equals roll. Move goo to blueprint. If on a blueprint lost if roll is greater than number of workers on the goo. So roll a die, and if it's more than 2, that card is destroyed or is lost.
3.
All right, you rolled a 3.
Yes.
So the goo eats the cell, which I don't think wipes out the success, but it does mean that card's lost, and I don't know what happens to these two.
It eats card, but they'd have this some 3.
No, that's if the goo is on the that's if the goo is on. Oh wait, no. Yeah, if it's on a work cell, discard work cell with a VP total equal to the roll. Move it to the blueprint.
And that means
Okay, so it doesn't eat it, but it does migrate into life support. So we have to kill this thing now or never. Well, next round we have to kill it.
And on the goo, if I roll 3, so if anybody had card like this, it will be eaten. So if anybody has this card with 3, it is discard.
Is it not
No, it's
only
only
where the goo is?
It's only in the right color, because this is like an algae goo, so it only eats life support stuff. So luckily nothing got hurt, but the downside is that it is now in the maintenance cell here. So we have to kill this thing, or else it will eat life support, which could do a lot of very bad things. Okay, so with that catastrophe out of the way, maintenance, markets, cupids, all that stuff. So the nugget is claimed and instantly goes to the commander because of state security. So there you go. You get to look at that.
Okay.
And then
Batteries.
yeah, battery goes down to 2. And then both myself and Siddhartha lose 1 stress. I think that's everything on that front. Oh, I forgot pregnancy roll. You auto succeed, so
Yeah.
I would suggest getting somebody from a dynasty that already exists. So you can't get your own dynasty. Actually, no, you can. You can if you want to pick your own dynasty, but I would suggest getting a Wolfe so we can start working on getting the diplomat.
Wolfie, yeah.
And she's raised in the Unity dynasty, not your own.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I'll grab the cyborg die. So she is currently a child, but properly raised. Okay. Move Wisp, Radio, and Starship. Starship moves another 2 spaces. Aging and attrition. Everybody age. Almost old. And Siddhartha, or Wafei, is Churd.
That's the right direction. Yeah.
And I think, yeah, all the dice have been moved back. Oh, wait, not these 2. Okay, and then finally, refresh. So -1 stress for married couples. So either Siddhartha or either Unity or Authority can lose 1, and Unity probably wants to because of the archenemy thing. Everyone who's asleep loses 1, and +1 if you have an archenemy, which I do.
So I get 2 stress for having 2 people?
No, just 1, I think. That's why I wanted to pick somebody of an already awake dynasty. That way we would, not run that risk. And then refresh the market. Pleasure gardens. That could be really useful. Use some stress relief. We also have programmable matter, which lets you get an extra avatar dice in your color. Could be useful. And microwave sail pod, relativistic bailout at a habitable world dystosier. Would be useful if we had the habitable world stuff fully implemented, but not yet. Okay, back to assignment.
It says if 2 awake cyborgs are archenemies, they each add 1 stress to their dynasty. It depends on the wording.
Yeah. I would say we go with the it's the dynasties that matter, not how many people are in them. Just because of, well,
I will make comment to the rules.
Okay. But I'd say let's keep playing as this way until we correct it otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay. Checking the time. Okay, good. So, Hornigold is still way too stressed out to do any work cells. I think the only thing he should really do at this point is probably fight in the goo war.
And how do you kill goo again? What's the...
You have to, if you're trying to kill it, you roll a 1 or a 2. If you're trying to just domesticate it, you have to roll a 1.
All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna send. Because the goo's here, this can't do its thing anymore. So I'm gonna send him here to fight in the goo war, or domesticate in the goo war. Freedom's avatar. Might also want to send him to fight in the goo war, or either that or have him library and stress relief somebody.
So there's 1/3 of a chance to kill it.
And a 1 in 6 chance we domesticate it. Having a domesticated goo can be really useful, though. So we might want to crank up those odds if we can.
I think so, but do we? Yeah, okay. I'll send the freedom to the goo war.
Okay, then we have Arduino.
Arduino.
Let's see. The ship it will not head into any LIC, so we'll be fine for now.
How about that battery thing, the Diamondoid EM tether? Do we still want to try and research that?
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea, but if she researches it and then succeeds at it, it'll cause a goo outbreak. But
will it?
Yeah, because she'll have 1 stress.
Oh yeah, she's got a stress. Yeah.
Unless we send one of the other ones to library and relieve her of 1 stress, which I think I can do, and we have enough people to do that kind of thing. So yeah.
All right, that's good.
Okay, so Unity.
I go for goo domesticate.
All right, everybody's working on the goo war.
So more people can be here?
Oh yeah, as many people as we need. And I'm going to have my avatar here do some library, so we can make sure that other one doesn't break out into goo, or the other one doesn't break into goo. So let's see, what seems useless? That's currently useless, but might be useful in the future. Actually, that's almost definitely what we want. And this would be useful in a different scenario, so I'm going to library this one. Actually, let me see. What are the other ones? We might want to focus on that. So, okay. Oh, no, we need to have more nuggets.
There's one where you can peek under a nugget. I don't know how useful that is, but...
Yeah, we actually have 2 nuggets in order for us to pull off any of the foolhardies.
I think more important is second sentence.
Ignition does not mean a battery discharge.
True.
But I also think that like this basically fulfills that same role, and also this requires having MHD, which we don't have. We don't have any purples. Mission does here. You know, the pleasure gardens are really useful because, I mean, -1 stress for each dynasty would be awesome. But I also want to save the Sangricites because that can be very valuable down the line. What do you guys think? Like, we definitely need pleasure gardens, but I'm not sure. But in order to make it cheaper, we'd have to library one of these 2. Which one do you think would be more important to keep?
I would keep this one.
Yeah,
if we can get the second one, then like you get a second nugget, that'd be fantastic. So I will library this life support. Wait a second, I just realized something. the work cell roll happens before
before
stress
that.
relief.
Oh,
Well, we're going to need stress relief either way. So, and besides, we want these to get cheaper. So, it works. It's not ideal, but it'll work.
Yes.
Okay. Cell
always
rolls.
fun. Yep.
Arrows. Nothing.
Well, actually, we do have the
Yeah.
one. So, you get to
Yeah.
claim this, and you get 1 stress.
Great.
So, okay, so yeah, roll for it. Hope that you fail. You do fail. So, yes, and if you fail, you actually get an augmentation. So you get a blue augmentation.
Why is that?
If it says that.
Oh, that's a
Wait a
general.
second. No, it's only if you roll a 3, 4, or 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nothing.
So you don't get the augmentation.
I fail on the worst possible way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at least you didn't cause another goo outbreak.
That's true.
good.
I'm happy.
All right, now it's time to fight the goo war, or I guess domesticate the goo. So,
And
all of these.
and do we fight or make cell or make both of it?
If we could domesticate it, that could be really useful. But
no,
at the same
I am not asking for it. If we are here, we can make both dissection and a goo fight.
I think if the goo takes over something, you can't do its ability anymore.
But can you use some of the dice to kill the goo and then do the action in space? Or is that not allowed?
I think
guess you could, but at the
that-
same time, sending out a wisp wouldn't really be useful.
No,
So.
I mean, I'm not suggesting we should. It's just a question. I think it would be a good idea to roll all of it to try and domesticate the shit out of it.
Yeah, I would agree. But I think like if we did want to use the maintenance cell afterward, yes, that would work.
Okay.
Actually, no, wait, no, we would. I guess yeah, you could assign some of these. You could have assigned some of these guys to the maintenance cells instead if you wanted. But I assume we assign them all to the goo.
I'm looking in the rules.
Yeah, that was my assumption as well.
Look. Mentions disabled. Let's see here.
I think we should first make the work cell roll, and it's mandatory if it's possible.
Yeah.
But I think it is not possible because we cannot lower batteries more.
Yeah, but also we don't really. We can't actually sign there because we don't have enough to do it. But I think again, it doesn't say anything about if there's goo on something, you can't assign to it. So I think you can assign to a maintenance cell even if there's goo or a nugget there. Like that seems to be what the rules are saying. Again, that might need, I think. But either way, I assume we assigned everything to the goo, so let's roll it.
Yes, and I am chief engineer because I have more.
Chief engineers decided based on whoever contributed the most successes, and if there's a tie, then the owner decides. And then I guess if it's in this case, it's decided by
Commander.
I guess Commander would, but okay, cool. So yes, we succeed. It has been domesticated, and Chief Engineer gets to claim it for. I guess that would go to the one of the dynasties. Yeah. All right, so we did it. We successfully domesticated it, and nobody got any stress even. So
nice.
Yeah. Okay. Maintenance, librarians, stadiums, and cupids. So nobody's doing maintenance. We do have a library here, so I get to remove one person's stress. Since Siddhartha does have a method of stress relief, I'm going to keep relaxing Hornigold. Okay. And that's all of that. We move the ship another 2 spaces. So we're still clear. And everybody... nobody's old yet, but everybody age, which I think make... Hornigold is now old. Eris is now old. There's that. Nobody dies. And then we refresh. So everybody go back to your ovals. We refill the market. Wow, this is both fun and very hard.
It's definitely hard, yes.
And this is not, and we're not even in factoring in anything about like making sure the planet we're going to is habitable.
No.
So like we're playing on easy mode and it's hard.
So I get 1 stress, 1 minus stress.
And I just get 1 stress. Okay. Well, again, we're not going to be going through LIC again, so we don't need to worry about the engine here. We don't have to worry about the erosion. Still need to get that second nugget somehow, but
Yeah.
somebody needs to research the pleasure gardens. Like, it's not going to be me, because Hornigold's stressed out already, but...
That is
Yeah, I finally find it. The cards have names, very hidden.
Yeah, they're not obvious. If they're tucked away in the corner there. Hopefully once the, art comes in, it's a bit more obvious, but... Let's see, Unity really can't do that, they're full...
So can I reset this? Or no?
You could, but the downside is that,
You're stopping the ship.
Actually, you could research and put it onto your board. Yeah, that would work. It wouldn't do anything because it can't do anything. Because we don't have 2 nuggets yet, but...
That's right.
We still need nuggets.
Yeah, but I guess
We will get Nugget probably soon. Or I can make...
To a slot along with that card. So what I'm going to do is... Actually, I have to send this guy out. I can't pass. So
Maybe we can try make children using my
Crutch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As long as someone comes along to help, the risk, it's not too big of a risk if a cyborg roll is less than stress. Yeah, it's probably not for the best that, like, Hornigal do anything for a bit, because he basically is walking around with a 1/3 chance of causing an outbreak, along with, like... Well, then again, I mean, if enough people assign to it, it shouldn't be a problem. So... Yeah. Trying to think. We don't need to refill the batteries quite yet, but we're going to need them next round, so I'm going to assign onto the battery recharge over here.
Yeah.
If there's a goo outbreak, then we can fight it. Or domesticate it. Freedom. What is your avatar going to do?
I can help with that battery thing.
Maybe you can help with the pregnancy.
I can also help with that, yeah.
Because it's last chance for your Ordina.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
Oh, wait, no, you can't assign there until a cyborg gets there, so...
Oh, then I could...
In that context... And also, wait a second, yeah, we have a green, so that means there's no risk of a goo outbreak. So, yeah, I'm going to go work here. And you can put your freedom there because, like, it doesn't require a cyborg to be there. So,
fine.
All right. So, Arduino.
You should.
Do we want?
You should go for pregnancy.
Yeah, because she's the last. Well, she isn't the last Amazon that can have a kid, but we might as well.
The fertility is very low, right?
But,
yes, but if we get the crutch to work, if we get the crutch to work,
then... that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So I go to pregnancy 2 and go here.
Yeah, because you have the goo, which counts as an augmentation, that boosts our odds even further. So that's really good.
And it's for everybody or only for me?
I think it's only for you, but still it boosts the odds. Eris should probably research Pleasure Gardens.
Yeah.
And again, we don't have to worry about a goo outbreak because we've domesticated that goo. So there's that. And also, you automatically gain the stress and put the card into your tableau. So.
Yes. And last one, avatar.
Yeah. Also, if you wanted to, you can use your wisdom now to force my avatar to work on life support, work on the automatic stress relief. But frankly, I would willingly do that. So.
Okay.
Because like, it's somewhat valuable if we get the diamond tether to work, but it's not crucial.
It would be nice, but yeah.
And we... Actually, okay. Commander, which would you prefer? You have the guy help out with the stress relief, help out with the pregnancy, because we do have Waffe for a bit longer. So, oh wait, no, you're doing Waffe. Oh, you're both rolling for pregnancy. Okay, so yeah, we should be fine. So yeah, I'll help out with the pleasure gardens.
Yes.
You get to use your hacker ability, technically. Yeah, that's actually another thing, is that Eris is a very popular figure in a lot of like hacking and computing circles. There's like a lot of her imagery and references to her worship is like programmed into a lot of like old video games and computer code, like including like Linux. Anyway, just fun facts. That's why I picked her for the hacker, because I was like, oh, it's perfect. Okay, so cell rolls. So this guy goes to you. You get 1 stress, though, unless you've already gotten it. Okay. Then, yeah, we do work cell rolls. So let's start with the battery.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
So I choose as a commander order.
Oh yeah, commander you can pick, but in this case it doesn't matter because it failed. Oh well. Then activate the Kretch, I guess. See if it activates. Or the Pleasure Gardens.
Pleasure Gardens.
All right. Well, they don't activate, which really sucks. But on the good side, you get a green augmentation. So at least you get that. That wasn't. Okay, then the Kretch.
And only Chief Engineer gets augmentation?
Yes.
Okay.
And also, avatars don't get augmentations anyway, so.
And here.
Yep, so. Them. Okay, good thing you. No, that's a success, because remember, you have the goo augmentation, so the goo helped you pull it off, so it's a success. And I also get 1 stress because of failure, of very bad failure.
But
so
I also get stress. No, not this one. Okay.
Also, with all the stress, Hornigold might actually die. Because you add your stress to your roll, and it's that would put me at 9, which means I have to roll a 1 to avoid dying of in this case of Alzheimer's. We might have our first death very soon, but at the very least, we're going to be getting new people on board.
And the pregnancy, it's
right. Both auto succeed.
Oh, yeah.
So you can decide who's born. I know it's already started to cause problems, but could I request you get Nanche on the board? Just because her old age ability lets you remove 2 stress. Like, that would be very useful.
But it might be better if we do not have any arch enemies.
Yeah. So, but the problem is also that there's not really. Also, that's the problem. Yeah, we don't have. Actually, no. This is the perfect idea. Yeah, get Nanche, and I'll retire the meat. I'll retire a Hornigold. That way, there's a chance he will survive. Because otherwise, he is going to die this turn. The problem with getting anybody else is that there's not enough room for them.
So if I get my authority meathead, I need to remove these.
You'd have to discard these 2 cells.
That's bad.
Oh, shit.
Or move them over to somebody else, but there's not really enough room and other people to do that kind of thing. And I think you can only negotiate like that with Awake dynasties. So, or can you? I don't know. Let me look up. Can you actually move cards to other dynasties? Let me see.
But remember, there was a technology that allowed you to do it, so maybe it's logical if you can't.
But the thing is, that card lets you like take them. Let me see.
I thought it said swap. Okay.
Yeah, it does say swap, but the point is that it's like it lets you force a swap.
Ah, yes. Okay. But in any case, it doesn't really solve a problem.
Right, but I'm trying to figure out if it's possible for us to like.
You can you can research card into any dynasty.
Okay.
Right, but I'm seeing if can you move a work cell to any dynasty?
I think not.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I want to see if I can check. Seed. This, if the requirements are listed. No, it does not seem so. So you cannot force these to somewhere else. So yeah.
So probably we can make 2 children for the freedom because my commander will probably die quickly.
Let me see here. I need to check something really quick. What was I gonna check? I guess I am getting Alzheimer's. I don't remember what I'm doing. How does it work? Right, that's what it was. I was checking to see if that rule about having more than one birth in a single dozier, if that's still in effect or not.
I think
Where
not.
is it? Let's see. Marriages, childbirth, sterility. Yeah, it's not part of the rule set anymore. So yeah, we can have 2 kids. So yeah, I say bring Nanche on board, and I'll forcibly retire Hornigold. And then for the other one,
I would suggest get 2 freedom children.
yeah, since odds are that the commander's gonna die, so
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. Let's see. And which one would be better, Mescanet or Brook? Let's get Mescanet, so we have another young Amazon on the ship.
I think we can get both of them.
Yeah.
Both of these.
We could, but my point is that getting Nanche out on the board so that we have someone to help us stress relief would be valuable, and also that would allow me to retire Hornigold so that he doesn't, die, or he has the chance of not dying.
Can you retire him at the same time, or how does when
you can force retire a meathead by having a Amazon take his place.
All right.
Okay.
That sounds.
But technically, it's the 2 mothers' choices. So
yeah.
So I guess we'll start with Fisher. Who do you want your kid to be?
I think it should be the Mescanet, the young Amazon.
Okay. So that goes to there.
Oops. Sling.
That goes. So she's age 0 for now. And Wolfei, who do you want your daughter to be?
Oh. So your Nanche.
Thank you very much. So this guy is going to go over here just to, that he's not an embryo, he's just back in the jars. And Nanche has taken his place.
But he
So-
he is still age 5.
Yeah, he's now frozen at age 5.
He's sleeping.
And I guess actually, since I'm going to be putting the disc back on him, then I can just put this here and then, yeah. So yeah, I'll take this and put this here. So he is now sleeping. And Nanche is awake. So maintenance, libraries, stadiums, and Cupid cells. I don't think we were doing any maintenance or anything
No.
like that, so nothing. Move radios, wisps, and starships. So this goes to here. We're now right outside another LIC, so got to get this up and operational next round. Attrition and aging. So, okay, we have to start with the attrition roll. So Eris is technically age 8, because it's stress plus that. So if you roll a 1, Eris survives. If not, Eris dies. Just barely. A moment of silence for Eris's death.
Yes, for yours. Best commander ever.
Yeah, frankly. All right. Well, with that, I guess this goes back to pool and get your avatar die instead. But now we have to have an election. Voting for any cyborg to be the new commander. Total voting power is equal to your number of chits you control, as well as, of course, how many people you have. So, for example, I have the voting power of 1. Freedom has a voting power of 1. Honor has the voting power of 1. Unity has the voting power of 1, 2, 3. It has the voting power of 3. And Authority has the voting power of 1, 2. And Equality has no voting power. So let's see. My total voting power is 1. Fisher's total voting power is 2. And Peter's total voting power is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, Peter, who would you want to be commander?
So what is important for us? And the marriage is removed.
Oh, yeah, because... Yeah, Siddhartha was loyal till death. Just so everyone knows, I'll vote in favor of Nanche becoming the next commander.
Yeah.
Let's go through the process just for the sake of formality. Nanche will vote for Nanche to become the commander, so Nanche has 1 vote.
Yep.
Who does Meskinet vote for?
Mesknet is very young and doesn't know what she's doing, so she'll vote for Nancy as well.
They're both teenagers. They're just like,
Yes, you.
like, yeah, we're best friends. We're totally gonna like.
Yes.
Arduina?
I vote for the 2.
Wait, you're also voting for Nanche?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, then Nanche
let's
becomes the next commander.
unanimously.
Yeah, the Unity block voted against their own interest. That's very noble of them. Thank you.
And it's a bit different in the rules. Each dynasty has one vote for each cheat. One, and then one for each cheat.
Yeah, I thought it's one for each chit and one for each awake cyborg.
No, it is not for awake cyborg.
No?
Oh, so you only get votes per chit.
Yes.
Then you decide.
And it
also
and it goes in the reverse order from 6th down.
Oh yeah, 6 votes first, and then that's what it was.
But in that case, only Authority and Unity can actually vote.
Oh.
Up and
disconnect.
Yep. I'm gonna double check election rules. I thought they worked differently. Elections. By law, every dynasty has 1 vote, plus the number of chits they hold, medallions, augmentations, goo augmentations, and nuggets.
Okay, so 1 vote up, sort of, for 3.
So everybody gets a vote, and you get extra votes for having chit. Okay, cool. But we still nonetheless voted for Nanshe.
Yeah, it will not change anything for us.
Right. And I'm looking at something else. I thought that when a dynasty goes asleep, they lose their augmentations. I'm not sure of that, though. Let's see. Right, aging, Grim Reapers. Arch enemies. Wake Slime. If Dynasty is asleep, remove 1 stress. Trying to check to see what happens to dynasties that are asleep. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, and that allows other things to do. Yeah, I guess asleep dynasties keep their augmentations.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's as written, it seems. Yeah, that seems to be it. Let me check the glossary. It might have that in there. Let's see. 5. A dynasty chit is augment. A dynasty with the chit is augmented, which improves chance of circ cells. Cyber changes chit by failing. Counts as mutation color. Have more articulation plus 1 color. Okay. Cyborg is awake and it sits in its slot asleep otherwise. An avatar is awake if it dies. Jars. Dynasty is awake if any cyborg. Okay. Yeah, So you keep your augmentations even if you're asleep. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so Nanshe becomes the commander. No one else is of old age yet. Actually, no, Siddhartha is.
Siddhartha will...
Yeah, Siddhartha needs to roll. But Siddhartha is technically going to have to roll on age 7, so 50-50 chance if he makes it. Wait, so did you already rotate Siddhartha, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so then no attrition. So I just need to update. Yeah, so all newborns have reached maturity.
I need to flip my card, right? Chink.
Yep, and because Arduino was an orphan, we don't get the Goo Whisperer ability. But yeah, everybody move your. We gotta do refresh, so everybody go back to your original postings. Back to your oval. So freedom goes back here. The avatar is now deactivated because freedom is awake. Oh no, I already put one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah, purple just has a avatar now, and where's the green? Where's green? Oh, there's green. Green goes here. Okay. Let's see. -1 stress per married couple. No one's married. -1 stress for asleep dynasties. This isn't asleep anymore, but authority is asleep, so -1 stress for them. And then +1 stress for arch enemies. So despite the fact that she's just born, she's inherited a lot of stress. You could really use a vacation. She just started working and she already needs a vacation. Typical millennial. Okay. Market's refreshed. All right, and we're back to the top. Okay.
Need.
Nanche's going to work in the pleasure gardens because. Actually, no. Actually, okay. Nanche's going to work in the pleasure garden.
We should make sure that we go to the.
Right. We need to make sure that. Because I was thinking to help deal with Gray's mountain of stress. Nanche would work in the pleasure gardens, and Mescanet could propose a marriage, which would help deal with the stress there. Then, I guess Arduino could. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm going to start with this, that Nanche is going to work in the pleasure gardens, because if Nanche works on this, she is going to cause a goo outbreak.
I think we would like to have the pleasure garden to succeed.
Yes.
We do have plenty of... So, and we need the phase change radius, I think, as well. That would be nice.
I think you should go here, and I go there with my avatar.
And
I was gonna suggest that Mescanet and Nanche get married, but that could wait, I guess. Or, I mean, really, it can't, because that is a lot of stress we need to get rid of. But it's like, okay, let's see. If we want that to succeed, we probably want 2, maybe 3 people working on it. Okay, so let's say we get 3 people working on that. We also want pleasure gardens to succeed.
Yeah.
So that's less important to pleasure gardens succeed, but if we want that to succeed, we probably want the
yeah.
It'd probably be best we get one of the yellows to help out with that. Then
Arduino could do some stress relief if not needed anywhere else.
I'm also thinking that
Yes,
if
and
Nanche
there is no green outbreak anymore. That's
right, so there's no risk
safe.
with that.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So I can go here.
No, what I was going to say was that I'm again saying it'd be a good idea for Meskinet and Nanche to get married. One, for stress relief reasons, and two, they're the two youngest Amazons. So in the future, we would have much better odds of having kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I think we have enough. We have enough cyborgs and avatars to get all the work we need done.
Yeah. So if Meskinet wants marriage, where does die go?
You'd put it on the Cupid cell here.
Jink.
And
And you want
she-
Arduino to do, or
No. I think
or
it's
do the
better.
library?
I think it's better if the
Oh, right, because
Nanche go for the Cupids and the red goes to the cell.
yeah, actually, that is a better idea because
works.
yeah, we could have the avatars work with her on the engine, so that way there's none of the stress problems, or not as many at least. Okay, so Arduino needs to go somewhere. Arduino probably should go to the life support. Go to the pleasure gardens. Since there's no risk of a outbreak. Then either Wufei or Siddharth can go. They'll go there. Then you can assign your authority.
I have one more.
I know. I think you only assign one at a time, technically.
Oh, that's right.
So you can
Are you
assign that
here?
guy. Yeah. Actually, wait a second. Does stress matter for Cyborg? Does stress matter for the avatars?
Wouldn't think
I-
so.
I think not.
Let's see. Oh, cyborg roll. So no, it doesn't. Okay. Then the equality avatar will also work on the engines. And then we go all the way around again, and we have this. So the last one, you could either put it on this again to make sure that this works. You could have a kid, or you could get, or alternatively, you could go over here. Actually, no, you probably don't want to go over there. That would cause an outbreak. Let's see, what was over here that we wanted to research really badly?
So if we researched her, the green card, we can make life support
Skinny, yeah. Unfortunately, the problem is that there isn't enough room on your own board, but you could assign it to somebody else's, so.
That's right.
Yeah, does anybody have any? Well, I do, but we don't have room, so yeah.
Or I can try to get. Oh, I need cyborg. Because
Yeah, we could get another one, but we need a open life support, which we don't have, unless you're willing to retire Siddhartha. Which you might be willing to. I mean, he is getting on in his years. But if you did that, I think you'd have to also pull off that cube. I actually don't know if you would have to pull off the cube.
Oh,
Because I think
so
you've already assigned it, so. Because you do have the goo augmentation, which means like this you can actually just get. But you'd have to retire Siddhartha.
I cannot get this one with him.
Now, still need a second nugget if we want that to work, but alternatively, you could get the goo architecture, and also, are you allowed to say what is under on the? Are you allowed to say what the nugget has?
I think so. It's it
Yeah, I
says
think it's allowed.
it says 0.
Okay, good. So that massively boosts the odds that this technology actually works. So I would say maybe go ahead and research this and put it in what dynasty? I guess you could put it in the Freedom Dynasty. That way, in the future, if we want to get the Wardens, then we can just link it over. So you could have Siddhartha research life support and put it on Freedom's thing.
Maybe.
Or again, alternatively, you could go ahead and put him onto the Pleasure Gardens to make sure it fires, or alternatively, really make sure the engines work.
But there is a risk of.
Oh, right, but that would risk goo outbreaks, yeah. So I would say
I go here.
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all the assignments. So now we go to cell rolls. We only have 2 cells that are actually being rolled. As commander, I can pick which ones goes first. And I think let's do the life support first.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, I'll do the roll. Oh, shit.
No, that's okay because my priest.
Yeah, because if you're old age, nobody gets any stress, you know. Siddhartha keeps everyone calm, and also, I guess, well, you guys already have a augmentation because you have goo, but Honor gets a green augment.
Well,
So
hey.
only, but it's some compensation, despite the fact that the stress relief failed. Let's really hope that this doesn't fail, though. Unfortunately,
Yes.
we cannot afford failure, but we cannot pay to not afford failure. Please.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you, Equality Avatar. So, yes, this is a success. Okay. So those were the cell rolls. On to maintenance. No maintenance was activated. No librarians, no stadiums, but the Cupid cell does succeed. So we put her back, and Mescanet and Nanshe, they grew up together, they voted for each other, and now they are married. Okay.
Beautiful.
Move the ship. We move through the LIC. We luckily do not lose the Wardens, and instead we just get another nugget.
Great.
Okay, that's that. Attrition and aging. So good old Siddhartha might be dying soon. He's got a 50-50. Well, actually, no. He's got a 1 in 6 chance.
I have. Mm. Oh,
Nope.
I
Siddhartha has died.
Oh yeah, I need to roll as well, I guess. Before rotating, right?
Yes.
Um,
First attrition, then the
Yeah.
aging.
Where is my
wait a second. No,
die?
it's you do it. Yeah, you roll first, then rotate.
Looking for my dice here.
Wait, have you already rotated her, or
I have rotated her, but I shouldn't have had. But let me.
she lived? I think.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, she lived. Not by much, but okay. Yeah. So she is now age 6, but alive. Then everybody rotate. Age 2, 4, age 6, and age 2. Okay. Then all workers return to their ovals. Marriages get stress relief, so Nanche will remove 1 stress, and then gain 1 stress, as well as Wafei will gain 1 stress. But soon, that will stop, because we'll have a diplomat for a little bit, before she then dies of stress. Great.
Okay, guys. I think I have to call it a night.
We were just getting to, we're just going to get our second nugget, start foolhardy experimenting. But yeah. Like, what time is it over there in Europe now?
It's 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like about it.
Were you?
Eastern US. So right now it's like 3 o'clock.
Yeah. I will just save the game.
All right. This is really engaging. Like,
this is very, very hard, and yeah, it's quite intense actually.
Yeah, it's intense. It's brutal. I mean, at first I was like, well, stress wouldn't be that much of a problem, and now I have like 4 of it.
Big problem, yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually weird. We almost kind of screwed ourselves by going through this like really light area of the system because we never got any nuggets. We've only gotten our second nugget, and we need that kind of stuff to like do things. So, but yeah, this was really. This was a great time. Like, yeah.
Yes,
I'll be interesting to
really
see how like the other mechanics when fully implemented kick in. But yeah, so we could pick this up again some other time.
Yep.
Yes.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. We'll just keep in touch on the Discord, and then hopefully very soon, maybe this week or next week, even if possible. Depends on your schedules, obviously. But
yeah,
I can make almost any day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so, and the time
I'm job searching as a job, so like I can take a day off if for a mini vacation, But well, as your commander, you are all dismissed. Have a good rest of the day.
You too. See you guys.
Just wait a moment.